So delighted to be here with Callum and Ewan from Bad Sounds, talking about the brand new album. It must be really exciting to finally get your debut album out there.
Yeah, but I think it just feels like suddenly all the kind of years have been leading up to this. But I'm really excited with the material, so I'm excited for people to hear it.
We sort of went into it hoping that as long as we sort of make something that we're really happy with, then just fingers crossed people will like it, rather than make something that's tailored for what we think people will want.
And the whole Get Better clinic, the whole kind of ethos of the name of the album and the kind of subject matter of a number of the songs, has that almost come about by accident?
The term Get Better was something that we were trying to sort of encourage ourselves to do, whether it was songwriting or like just better as a live band or even like just as people. And it just seemed to apply so much to every part of making this album. It could not be called Get Better by the end of it.
So you followed through from mixtape one with the little skitty bits and pieces. You've got almost an introduction to each half if you buy it on vinyl.
Yeah.
But then you start the album with the big bangers, the songs that people who've seen you play in the last 2, 3, 4 years will know.
Yeah.
Wages is right in there as a kind of a big manifesto.
Yeah, it's the opening. And we always kind of wanted it to be, I mean, following on with the Get Better theme, we feel like it's quite a positive album. Even though it goes dark in places and a little bit sort of introspective, it needed to feel, for us, like it was a positive theme throughout. And I feel like opening with the sort of the horns and the sort of just feel-good vibes of that track was like the best way to start it.
You then go from Wages straight into Avalanche, another live favourite, another, really upfront big song.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Avalanche is a really important song for us in terms of where we've come from. It was the first song that got picked up by Annie Mac, and obviously when we played the BBC Introducing stage at Glastonbury, that was the song that was broadcast and was filmed, and it's like, it was important that was on the album.
But Avalanche definitely felt like that was kind of a defining moment where we started to write lyrics that felt right for us and sort of develop a bit more of our own style, I think. Especially because it's our first album, we both felt it was really important that we have like something that felt so defining to what we're about on it.
And then How You Gonna Lose?
Yeah.
Which feels like it's been around for quite a long time, but you've almost reinvented it.
It was just, we had it lying around for ages and we both really liked it. And like once every 6 months, one of us would pick it up and like Cal wrote a new middle eight on it just because we wanted to at that time. And it just came together really naturally in the end. It's actually like the third version of that song. But it was never like we did a version that we hated or anything. It was just those versions never came out.
And then we get into kind of the brand new tunes. Couldn't give it away.
It doesn't even really have middle eight, does it? It's just like a broken down chorus. It's like the 2 sections. But it's definitely like probably the most personal song we've put out in terms of like hard-hitting issues for us, whether we're like indirect or direct about that in the lyrics. So, but it was nice to do that. I don't know if it shocked people or if it was like what people were expecting in that way, but.
And then Milk It, which is a collaboration of sorts. How did getting Katie from Ardin involved in Milk It come about?
Neither of our voices were really sitting well on, and we kind of wanted there to be as much collaboration as possible on the album. But it was so weird, because we don't really consider ourselves as singers. And then just like tracking someone who is just an amazing singer and just hearing those vocals layer up and just being like, oh, every take sounds amazing. Which we never have. It's always like, can we try about 6 more of those, please? Keep going.
It's a banger. Another tune that kind of has almost been a little bit under the radar, but it's got a groove almost unlike anything else that you've written.
We kind of did the same thing with Living Alone, where we put it out almost as a demo, just because we liked it. We just basically made small tweaks here and there. It's like, I wouldn't even feel like on first listen you'd totally be like, wow, this is super different. It's just emphasizing the bits that we wanted to feel a certain way.